around the place?
Yeah, we always bring in every club. We think about what is in the club, what is in the spirit of the club, and that is what we want to know. But also, and that's why they appoint me as a manager, I have to bring something in the club, a dynamic, and in the top, and we want to achieve top, you have to demand, and that is what we are willing to do.
Hi Erik, David McDonald from the Daily Mirror. It's 9 years since Manchester United won the title. This season they finished 35 points behind Manchester City, so they're kind of further away than ever from winning the title. Realistically, how long do you think it will take before this club is challenging for the title again? Do the supporters have to be realistic about the size of the task you face?
I don't think about that in this moment. What we're thinking about is, this is a project. I know it takes time, but I also know that in this club, and I have the experience with other clubs like Ajax and Bayern Munich, in the top is never time, but we want to win. We want to win every game, so we go from game to game, and then we will see.
Erik, Sam and Stone, BBC. Did you think at all about coming here when you were offered the job? You have a big reputation, a growing reputation, and you're putting it on the line for a club that a lot of people think is not doing very well. It's a bit of a risk for you.
I don't see it as a risk. I think this club has a great history, and now, yeah, let's make a future. And I'm really exciting to do that with the people around who are in the club. We bring some new people in the staff. We will analyze the squad, and we will go from day to day. Work hard, 100% committed, and then I'm sure we will get a success.
Erik, Ian Irving from Premier League Productions. How much are you looking forward to being in this league, in this country, and challenging yourself against some of the best coaches in the world? How ready for that do you feel at this stage of your career?
Yeah, it's fantastic. But I already met big coaches, big teams in the Premier League, so I know how to deal with that. But it's clear, the Premier League is the biggest league in the world, I think, and I'm really looking forward to battle with them.
Have you spoken to people about what it's like to be here at this club in this league, week to week?
Yeah, of course, I've spoken with people to get an idea.
Hi, Erik. Jerry Jackson, The Guardian. From you, do you think it's going to be a case of evolution or revolution for the club?
I think we have to work, and we have to set clear purposes, clear strategy, and then you need people who have capabilities and have the right attitude, had a positive attitude, and 100% committed and work hard, and then we will achieve success.
How does an ideal team of yours play? How would you like to see them actually play? You know, when your team's playing as you like.
Yeah, it's yeah. Maybe you have seen Ajax, and I like that, but it's always players dictating the way of play. And now, when I have the idea, I will line up my best team. I will line up my players like that they get the best out of them, and that they can go to the maximum, that they feel comfortable in their role, and in the end, it's about getting the success together.
Erik, James Ducker from the Daily Telegraph. The club have had an interim manager in Ralph Rangnick for the past 6 months, and he's been very vocal about what he feels needs to change at the club going forward. Do you plan to sit down with Ralph and listen very clearly to his findings over the past 6 months that he's established, and do you think you can take something from that, or will you just move on and not speak to him?
I think it's part of my analyze. I analyze by myself, I observe, and I speak with a lot of people. But finally, I will draw my own line.
Yeah. And do you, there's obviously plans for Ralph to have a consultancy role with the club going forward. Do you endorse that? Do you support that? Do you think that could be valuable for the club going forward?
That is on the club.
Ja, Maarten Wijfels van het Algemeen Dagblad. Dag Erik.
Maarten.
Did you speak to people like Louis van Gaal or Daley Blind? They worked here.
No.
Daley Blind was your player at Ajax. And what maybe did people tell you about the culture of the club and the culture of English football?
Yeah, as I said before, I spoke with more people who have experience with this club and experts, but finally I will draw my own line.
Did you speak to Van Gaal? Who was manager?
Yes, I spoke with Louis. Yeah. I was at his movie.
He was at his movie.
Yeah, I was at the premiere of his movie.
And then you talked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Hi, Erik. It's Ian Maiden from the Daily Mail. There's a feeling in English football that nobody else will win the Premier League until the Klopp-Guardiola cycle is over and one of them or both of them decide to leave. Do you agree with that? Does everybody else have to wait?
In this moment, I admire them. I admire them both. They play in this moment really fantastic football, both Liverpool and Man City. But you will always see that there are an era can come to an end, and I'm looking forward to battle with them. And I'm sure all the other in the Premier League, all the clubs will want to do that.
But can that era come to an end before they decide to leave?
I think, yeah.
Erik, Paul Hurst from the Times. You spoke about the club's history a few moments ago. Do you do a lot of research into the club, and is that one of the reasons why you came?
No, the reason is, although it's a fantastic history, clear, but the reason is that there's a high potential for the future. That's why I'm here.
Will you speak with the players this week about what you want from them, or does it wait till they come back for pre-season?
No, I don't speak with the players now. They need a break. They need a break to reflect. But I'm looking forward. I cannot wait to start, but I want to wait till at the end of June with some players and the majority in the first week of July.
Hi Erik, Rob Dawson from ESPN. The club have been quite clear that they appointed you because you fit their criteria, you tick all their boxes for what they were looking for in a manager. But what support do you need from the club moving forward to make sure that you're successful here?
Yeah, we had good meetings and good talks, and I think we are on the same page, and I think that's a good platform to start. And I'm sure, I have confidence in that project, that we have the good people around and we have the right strategy. And from that point, what I said, a good platform, and then now we have to start work.
And obviously you've been very successful at Ajax, but do you see similarities in the job that you had to do at Ajax when you first got there to the job that faces you here now?
Yes, there are similarities in both clubs. Starting with the tricot, both red. But I think both clubs are used to have success, and that is, I think, the biggest similarity.
Erik, Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic. I just wondered, could you give us an example of what Steve McLaren and Mitchell van der Gaag will bring to Manchester United and why you chose them as assistants?
Yeah, they both know how to get success because they both win titles, trophies in their careers, and that's why they are here.
And just in terms of your conversations with the club, recruitment's obviously going to be a big factor to your success. Do you feel that the club is equipped to do that?
Yes, it's right. Recruitment is an important part, and I'd like to work with them.
Hi, Erik, Kieran Canning from AFP. You've talked there about a project and a style of play, but also adapting to the players that you have. Does Cristiano Ronaldo fit into that project?
Of course.
What do you feel that you can bring going into next season?
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Goals.
But leadership from as well to sort of lead this project forward?
I talk first with Ronaldo before I talk with you. Marcel.
Erik, what's your first impression of Manchester? Can you tell us something about whether you've been here before in the town, or the kind of people you're meeting, where you're going to stay?
I have been in Manchester, but this is the first time I'm on Old Trafford, and I'm impressed, and it feels like my home already. And I cannot wait till the first match that the stand is full. That would be an excitement experience.
What did you feel when you used to watch Man United on television, when you saw the kind of crowd they have, the atmosphere? Liverpool have their own atmosphere, Man City. What did you think of this?
I have seen a lot in the past with big teams from Man United. They have a lot of generations who were really successful, and there was a fantastic ambience always on Old Trafford, and I'm really looking forward to get that experience.
And it was your favourite club as a boy, was it?
It was.
Serious?
It's serious for England, huh? In every country, I had my favourite club. In England, Man United.
Last two questions at the back.
Hi Erik, Oliver Brown, The Telegraph. Steve McLaren always said you were very good at analysing matches. You were at Selhurst Park yesterday. What were your conclusions? Does this seem to you like a team low on confidence?
What I said, I observed it, I analysed it, but it's for me. And I wasn't in charge. I take this information to the new season.
Hi Erik, Tyrone Marshall from the Manchester Evening News. One of the biggest debates internally around United this season has been who the captain is going to be and whether they're getting the right leadership. Do you see Harry Maguire as your captain next season, or is that something you're going to assess in pre-season?
As I said, but then I have to repeat, next season is a different season, but I think he did a great job. He is a great player. He achieved already a lot. Really also contribution to Man United, so I'm looking forward to work with him.
You said you spoke to Louis van Gaal. You'll be aware that he said that you should join a football club, not a commercial club. Did you take his advice before agreeing to manage here? And if so, what did he tell you?
I have heard, but as I said, I draw my own line, and I'm convinced that it not be the case. And I spoke, of course, with the directors about it, but football is 1, 2, 3 in this club, and every club in these days is commercial, and every club needs it. You need the revenues to be in the top, and so as to do what's necessary. But football is 1, 2, 3 in this club.
Okay.
Voorkant. You look forward to meet Donny van Beek again. To see him again.
Yes, of course. We had a fantastic squad in that time in Ajax. I really had a good relationship with him, and of course I'm looking forward to meet him again on the pitch.
Okay, that concludes the press conference. Look forward to seeing some of you on tour in July, and the rest of you see you in August.
Good.
Thanks, Erik.
Yes, please.
Is that mine now? Criminal records? Yeah, it's mine. No.